So the fencer, on his mind, first, he's only focusing on one action, and he does that to your liking. And after that, he does another action, just the same action to your liking. And after, he does both actions, and he knows he's one after the other. He's one, and a two, and a three, and sometimes four or five. So in his mind, after the first one, he goes for the second one, now the third one. So in his mind, he knows exactly what to do because he knows it's coming. And the third one is random. You use all those blocked actions, but you put them where you want. So now he knows what action to do, but not when. So that will help you to teach one or two actions that way. If I use that when I teach, I use this blocked, and serial, and sometimes the blocked, and I put them in the serial, and up, I jump to random. So that is what I use. You can use it. It's great. If you don't like it, I'm not going to put a gun to your head and say you have to use it. But that is one way to teach, any kind of lesson. And you can do that with a beginner, with an advanced, or with an intermediate, anything. What do you do in a technical lesson? Technical lesson is good for everybody, even for the guy who is up all the way up there. Okay? Don't say, oh, he's good, just tactics. No. You give him techniques too. He needs to refresh and keep his technique up. So a technical lesson will go directly for no question asked to a beginner. Do what I say, and that will be it. Okay? So it'll be technical. You are going to teach a skill in the best way they can achieve it. But to do that, you have to be able to know the action yourself. And you have to be able to know how to teach it. When you are there taking a lesson and giving a lesson is different. You both know the action, but when and everything, the cues, the timing, the speed, you will have to set it up. The student will have to follow you. So if something is wrong with the student, very often is you are doing that wrong, which is good because you are the king, that's it. But you have to look back and say, oh, what do I do to make him do that? And I will say, often is a case where he's a coach who is doing something different or not quite what he wants the student to achieve, and the student is blamed, which is fine because you are the king, like I say, so everything is on him, but don't forget to look back. So technical lesson, you can give a lesson that's just about anything, from simple to compound, to parry, to riposte, to whatever, and to the perfection to be able to have the student do on any situation, stressful situation in a bout, and using those actions right in time by maybe not really thinking about it and teach him a parry force stops right there. If you are 8 feet wide, it will stop over there. You step at where your body stops. Where is your point? That should be set in the body of your student, and that is technique. So next, tactical. What do you do with tactics? How do you teach tactics?
Create a situation, hypothetical situation, and then I put students.
You mean bout situation, right?
Yes.
So you have to be able to know the bout.
Yes.
Okay, you have to be able to fence to know what is happening. If the fencer does this, how the person is going to react. One way, when you think he's going to react one way, don't think that is going to be correct because he might react another way. So you have to be able to anticipate what you are thinking and what you are not thinking to see what else can happen. And that will help you to teach your student how to react to any situation, not only the one you are thinking of. And I can tell you, I learned a lot from my students, and you should too. You go in action, have something on your hand, you go like this, and he does something completely different. You say, wow, that wasn't bad. Hey, okay, we do it again. That was good, all right. I made it happen. Sure. He does not know, but you say, I learned something tonight, hey, all right? And you pass it on to somebody else, you work it out, and you say, wow, that was good. Let's do this. So you have to learn from your students. You have to know the situation and be able to adapt it to your students. Also, the students, you have to teach tactics right away, or you wait until the technique is perfect. What do you do? Right away.
Maybe if they kind of have the idea of the technique
Okay? But you guys, you wait.
Some basic techniques first before you could add the tactics.
Is one method where the technique has to be perfect before you can do your technique has to be perfect before you do tactics. I learned that way. For months, I was not able to move away from the square on the floor and just, going like this until I was perfect. And after I did something else, something else. I don't know, I kept up. But that was a way to do it. And I don't teach that anymore. You have to try to give a technique. Okay, they know what they're doing. And if you can, just put a very light tactical thing into it. When do I make a straight attack? Okay, only when the coach opens the target. The students, when he fence, want to always open the target. When I step forward, okay, that is good. You don't have to wait to teach tactics. You can teach them right away at a slow, easy pace to make the student aware that fencing is two people fighting. It's not, I don't say anything against other sports, but running, you have to go as fast as you can. You have to beat the clock, or you have to beat the distance. In fencing, you have to beat another person who wants to beat you at the same time. So that is very different. Okay, the skills are very open. So that is the difference. So you can teach that in their head right away. Don't just wait until everything is perfect to your satisfaction. All right, now we are going to take tactics. What is that? Okay. So, and tactics, are involved with the evolution of the fencer. The better he gets, the more tactics you are teaching into it. And sometimes you let them to react the way they want to react on any situation, and you may learn something from that. Your mental thought change with the condition and reaction of your students. We call that pre-competition. Some fencer, when you go to competition, they want to take a lesson to get ready for the match which is going to be next. So a pre-competition is a lesson you give at the site of the competition. So the lesson you give in pre-competition is to make the fencer feel right, work on his timing, on his action, on his speed, and he should leave your lesson, which is actually not a very long and lesson, this action where he feels comfortable, sweaty a little bit, mentally ready to go in about. So you have to add some very light tactical. What I do, I don't do that very often anymore, but is I know the fencer and I know what he likes to do and I know what he's good at. So, okay, let's do this, and he gets in this routine, I like it, and he gets all moved around like a gymnastic for fencing. He does his action if he's good because he knows it, he does it well, and I make him feel good. And after I say, okay, what else do you want? What do you want to do? Okay, I like to do that, okay. I do what he wants because in his mind, that action is what he wants to do. So why go against that? You say, okay, let's go, let's do it. How do you want me to do it? When I step forward or when you attack or whatever? Oh, let's do both. Okay, let's go. Boom, boom. All right. Are you okay with it? Yeah, okay, what else? Don't bother, just ask. You don't have to know everything. And they are happy because they do what they like. So pre-competition lessons, right before they go fence. Some people give lessons after the bout, after the competition. I think it's very destructive myself. When a guy just lost the competition, you don't want to go over there and say, that is why you lost. That wasn't good, it's why you lost, whatever. I said, just go home, have a beer, whatever you want, forget it, then we go to the club. Do you ever video yourself when you give a lesson? Do you have somebody who knows fencing can sit on a chair and give you feedback after you gave a lesson? Write some notes? Yeah, whoa. And after he gives it to you and you go, you should. You should. But so somebody who can look at you and tell you, frankly, you suck. Okay, I don't know how you do it, but looking at you, you suck. Because that and that and that. Or, yeah, but the one action, when you ask for a attack from preparation, you were not preparing. You were just moving like this, nothing was too far away, and you ask him to attack. It was like a trap. So you need somebody who can tell you what you did, or take a video and just go home, have one beer, maybe two, and just look at it. And you can see, oh my gosh, I should quit, or I better look at my fit. Something else, when you give lessons, you give a lesson to this kid, you give a lesson to this kid, you give a lesson to this kid for you. You are using that kid to check on yourself. And you say, oh, very good job, $40. And you give a lesson, and you get paid for checking on you. They don't know that. And they should not know that, because you're in trouble. But very often, I give lesson, and I'd say, okay, when do I do this? And I check, and I look, okay, that was too late. Okay, let's do it again. And I like that, and that. And I don't care what he does. Sometimes I say, that was good, watch your hand. I don't know. But if it's good, I'm in charge, So, but you have to see, when they attack, where is my parry? Is that too far, too long, too close? Where am I? You don't know, because we forget. So you need to give lesson to check yourself how you are doing it. My fencing master, they always say, remind yourself. Check yourself. Because if you don't, nobody else will. So I still in my mind, I give lesson and say, oh, I can see him there, and I say, okay, I'm going to check, don't worry about it. And I give lesson, and I look, and I check, and I sense, and I look, and I keep going, and I say, okay, that was okay. Well, this one needs to change a little bit. So if you want to improve your skills, coaching skills, do this. Videotape, check yourself, have somebody watch you. Somebody who knows something about fencing or teaching fencing, okay? When you give a lesson, the lesson is comprised of how many parts? I have somebody right here, he's just coming in. He's all warmed up, he comes here. I have how many parts before the lesson finishes? So you are going to have an introduction, which is not a warm-up. Do you give a warm-up with your lesson? When you give a lesson? You shouldn't. You go over there, you come in front of me when you are warmed up. Because your job is not to warm them up, it's to teach them. So they should be warmed up. Okay? They should be all warmed up, they come to you, and we go in the lesson. So the introduction will be slow, easy, and during this time, you are going to assess your student, physically and mentally. But you can assess how his physical condition is. Also, his girlfriend just left him. He's taking a lesson. He's going to think about your lesson. Mentally, he's going to be all over the place. And you have to assess what they are doing, because if you want to teach them something at that point, you will not teach them anything, because they will not be with you. They will be going through routines, but the mind will be all over the place. So you assess your mental ability of your student. If he's right sharp with you, all right, here we go now, and you go to the main lesson. Main lesson being whatever you want, technique, tactical, slow, fast, faster, whatever. So now you did your main lesson, and it's 5 minutes left before I get my 50 or 40 or whatever dollar. So what do you do now, the conclusion? What you are going to do is slow him down. You cannot finish a lesson with a fencer going like this, thank you, and going like, you can't do this. You have to slow him down, put him back in an easy state, mental and physical, then you release him. Okay, so from you are here, you bring him over there, and you bring him down here. Don't leave him here. That is bad. Okay, I really hate, I don't care if the coach is good, he's a coach of champions or just beginner. I see sometimes people going very far, take off the mask, great, listening. Oh my God, I hate that. Because they just bring it up and just finish right there. Always bring him down. That was a big thing they pound in our head in Paris. Finish with a conclusion. I always have word with my fencer at the end of the lesson. We go shake hands, and I always say, if he's negative, I say the negative first, then I go to positive. I never change around. I don't go, oh, that was great, but that was suck. That was really bad. I always say, okay, you remember when we did that, like a few actions ago, you couldn't do it. Yeah, you better improve that point there. But the other one you did, that was very good. Your speed was good. You did the action right in time.